So what I love about the vegan tiramisu is you can kind of make it however you want. So according to your own taste, however lazy you want to be. If you hate coconut, if you hate oat, if you've got allergies, if you hate coffee, if all your friends are autistic and they all have different sensory needs, then this recipe is so good because I hacked the system. Now, Italians may really hate me on this because it's not a tiramisu. It's like inspired by, it's a take on a tiramisu. There are like three main components that you can kind of switch out. So there's this lady fingers or the sponge layer, which you can switch out. The mascarpone as well, different options for that. And then the coffee, which may sound weird because like obviously why would you switch out coffee? But some people don't like coffee or they can't drink coffee. So I've got a replica of coffee for people who like the taste of coffee but can't drink it, and then a kind of substitute if you just don't like the taste of coffee, because I have friends who don't like tiramisu because of coffee and I made them like it. So well, obviously, I had to get Colombian coffee first, but no, I didn't put this coffee in the tiramisu. I brewed my own coffee. Yes, sorry. This is just me in Tesco picking out stuff or like looking at vegan options. But don't go to Tesco if you like can avoid it. Go to a corner shop, because I did actually find a corner shop that sells the creamy oat, and yeah, just no supermarkets. So I got these biscuits from the corner shop. They're like wafers, but they are vegan, and a lot of things that are vegan don't advertise that they're vegan. They're just naturally vegan, so always check the back. Now I use the creamy oat, whippable oat for my vegan tiramisu, but this time I'm actually going to be mixing it with silken tofu because it can actually be used as like a neutral base for like thickening and making kind of more savoury, because mascarpone is a bit more savoury. But you can also use coconut cream, and there are like various other kind of thick vegan creams that you might find in the refrigerated section of like a supermarket. But yeah, so there are like a lot of things that you can do if you don't like coconut, or like you've got gluten allergies, or I'm not really sure. This was my first time using silken tofu, so I was a bit scared, but I used it for my middle layer. I mixed the silken tofu and the creamy oat with icing sugar, obviously, and then for my top layer I just used the creamy oat and icing sugar. So I'm literally laughing at the way my mom's got this rum in a jar with cling film on it, but I also had a thought you can also use Baileys. Also, you want to use a dark rum, but I feel like it can kind of be malleable, but dark rum probably the best. So this stuff is called cevada. It literally tastes exactly like coffee when we had the tiramisu, because this is the one I made for my mum because she can't drink coffee but she loves the taste of coffee. But don't get it from Nestle. We got it from like a local Brazilian shop, but please do not get Nestle products. But you can get barley cup if you've ever seen that before, or any other cevada. I don't know what it is in English. I will try and find it. Also, I put rum in mine because like, yeah. But my friend Leo, who's half Italian, said that if you put rum in it is technically a tiramisu, because tiramisu means pick me up and rum is like not a downer, but like, you know what I mean. So it has a different name, I'm pretty sure, but like, don't quote me on that. But I'm adding rum in mine, which I feel like just kind of works. But yeah, I'm dipping it in. I like mine to be like quite coated and like wet at the bottom, but you can kind of do it however you like, or like just go slowly and then like see how much the biscuits or whatever you use soak it up. The rum also helps if you're someone who doesn't like coffee, because what I did for my friends is I mixed rum with like a bit of hot water and hazelnut syrup, and then kind of just mix it all together. And it just kind of creates like a deep, nice, like alcoholic, slightly chocolatey flavour. I also had some ideas, like if you like the taste of like certain teas, like black tea, or maybe like a hot chocolate kind of thing, you could dip it in that. You kind of just need to like soak it in a liquid that you like the taste of, and then it kind of does the trick. Obviously it's not traditional, but it's just, yeah. So maybe a tea or a syrup. I put hazelnut syrup in mine because I feel like it tastes nice. So if you've got any syrups or like nice flavourings, or if you like spiced flavourings, I don't know. Again, I forgot to say, I don't really have measurements for the sugar because I kind of just eyeball it. I just kind of sift in a little bit at a time, and then I just like taste it to see, because I don't really like it too sweet. So just, I guess, add however much sugar you like. So yeah, you just kind of layer it in whatever container you're using. Like obviously, one that has a lid or anything that can go in your fridge is good because it will need to set for probably overnight. So you do the biscuit layer, you can pour the biscuit and the coffee straight into the container, or you can soak the biscuits and then put them in the container, whatever you choose. And then you put your first layer of cream on top, and then you repeat. When you do the second layer, you will have to have another bowl to like soak the biscuits in, because you can't, well, you can, I guess, pour it on top of the already existing layers, but I recommend you soak them separately and then add them, and then you can drizzle some more of the coffee, whatever mixture on top. And I guess if you made a sponge, you would just kind of cut the sponge in half and then use each half of each layer. And then obviously the cocoa powder on top. I kind of flopped it this time. I really flopped it. Yes. But if you see at the beginning of the video, I've done some kind of impressive designs on my tiramisus before. Also, I really did flop it with this knife situation. I would recommend using a big spoon. Or so, I don't know. I actually don't know the right way. It kind of never looks as good as I want it to. But here is me and my mum watching Twin Peaks with tiramisu. Okay, so this recipe is kind of fun because it uses aquafaba, which is like the chickpea water. So whenever you bust open a can of chickpeas, save the water because you can use it as like fake egg whites. So yeah, as you can see, the more you whisk it, the like thicker it gets, and then when it gets to like a good, like kind of thick, like if you turn it upside down, it'll be okay.
Upside down, it's enough. Yeah, they're stiff enough.
So as you can see, my mum wets her hands to grab the dough and then mix the dough with the not desiccated, what do you call it, just like flaked dried almonds, and then she shapes them into like little moon-esque shaped things. But if you're gonna make this for the tiramisu, you'd make them like finger shaped, not finger but like cylinder.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Whoa.
So yeah, that's my mum's vegan almond biscuit recipe. I didn't actually use them in my tiramisu because we made these after I made the tiramisu, but if you want to like go all out and like make your own biscuits, this would be the way.